Do you know what's offensive? Dating apps in your 30s.
So women told men that we don't want to be approached, basically. Like, we're like, don't approach us this way, don't approach us that way, like, don't approach us.
As a newly single girly in her 30s, I have some dating concerns.
Guys, if you're trying to figure out if a man likes you, I need you to understand something.
A lot of women are setting themselves up for failure. They expect everything with zero effort.
If 80% of women really do only want 20% of men, then why not fight to become one of the 20%?
When you meet the right man, just existing is enough for them.
Okay, you've heard it a million times. Guys love the chase. But have you ever wondered?
This is something women want to be true, even though it's not. Men do not love chasing. Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it further supports us in our work. Thank you.
These women would prefer me to sit up here and say, you're the prize, baby girl. You bring everything to the table. Just you being you, he's supposed to love you. And just because you are a woman, that's enough. And that is not true.
You gotta stop asking everybody else where the real men be at and start asking yourself, why am I not attracting them? When you ask yourself that question, you start to self-reflect and you start to look within and you realize it's not that I'm not attracting good men. It's that I'm not entertaining good men. I don't know how to identify the good men.
So women told men that we don't want to be approached, basically. Like, we're like, don't approach us this way, don't approach us that way, like, don't approach us, yada, yada, yada. So the good men who actually value our opinions and want us to be safe and comfortable, they did what we asked. They stopped approaching us. But guess what we're left with now? We're left with the whole subsect of dudes approaching us that were the whole reason for us saying we don't want to be approached in the first place. So all the good men have decided, cool, you don't want us to approach you, we won't approach you. We won't approach you in the gym, we won't approach you in the grocery stores, we're not going to approach you. Now it's the knuckleheads that we don't want to deal with who are like, oh, bet, let me shoot my shot. What we were hoping for is definitely not what we got. It's not what we got. Because now it's a bunch of inappropriate men approaching us in the worst ways. Meanwhile, the good men who actually respect our opinions and our wishes have stopped approaching us all together.
The thing is, even if you were to ask women how they would want to be approached, most wouldn't even know. The truth is, the standards and expectations have become so contradictory that even they're confused. 1 minute they want confidence, the next they call it arrogance. 1 minute they want a gentleman, the next they say he's too soft. It's becoming more apparent every day that many of these women are starting to regret their choice of words and the walls they've built. You can see it in the shift. The same women who once dismissed male attention as annoying or beneath them are now desperately seeking the very validation they used to scoff at. Many are craving the compliments, the glances, and the pursuit they once took for granted. The silence from men is starting to get loud, and it's making them uncomfortable. Many women are complaining that they aren't getting approached and asked on dates, but maybe they should look in the mirror because it was them who told men not to.
Let me show you how to get any man to give you princess treatment and worship you. You can literally control how this man is treating you or how any man is treating you. You can make him change to give you princess treatment, and it's really this simple. Sometimes as women, we accidentally reverse the roles. Maybe because somebody told us that we weren't a princess in the past. Maybe it was your father. Maybe you had a relationship where you weren't treated as the prize. But most of you ladies are in your masculine energy and putting him in his feminine energy without even knowing it.
My phone. Nobody's helping me.
Okay, I'm not gonna help you.
Nobody's helping me. All these men for what?
What do you want us to do?
You guys just said this.
Why didn't you call me? I would have helped you. We're all creeps until they need something. We don't need men. I choose the bear until it benefits them. Give her a ticket. You can't park there. This is just another example of a woman feeling entitled to men's labor. But seriously, what were they supposed to do in this situation?
I don't like finding out that a guy doesn't like me anymore. That he's like over me. What is that supposed to mean? What do you mean you're over me? Like you've moved on. That's not how this works. That's not how this works, okay? I was supposed to go my whole life knowing in the back of my mind that you still like me, okay? I was supposed to think that every time I saw you, Your heart did a little pitter patter, okay? Now you've moved on. What does that mean? That's not possible. I don't understand, okay? Because you're supposed to still like me, because now that you don't like me, I feel like I need to like you, okay? You liked me, I didn't like you. Now you don't like me, now I feel like I need to like you. Now I feel like, wait, do I like him? No, that's not how we play this game, okay? You can't just move on. You're supposed to be stuck on me for the rest of your life.
The pill can be hard for some women to swallow indeed, especially when they realize that the guy who used to be all over them has finally moved on. That attention, that effort, that loyalty they once overlooked, gone. Just look at this woman. She's genuinely shocked that the same man who was once stuck on her, the one who used to chase her, now walks right past her without a second thought. And the worst part, she doesn't know how to handle it. You can see the confusion and panic setting in. She never thought the tables would turn. She assumed he'd always be there, always waiting, always available. But now that he's leveled up, found his peace, and redirected his energy elsewhere, she's left replaying old memories, like they still hold power.
Okay, you've heard it a million times. Guys love the chase. But have you ever wondered why? Actually, pretty simple. Guys have huge egos, and all the chase does is boost it. They love competition, so if a girl is too easy or too available, there's not going to be any competition or motivation to win her over, or there's not going to be any incentive for her to choose him over other guys. The chase also helps guys realize how important the girl is to them. So guys fall in love in different stages, and at first all they really care about is getting the girl to like them without even considering if they like the girl back. So what the chase does is allow them to feel the potential and see if they actually like the girl.
When you meet the right man, just existing is enough for them. You will not have to go the extra mile, change who you are, put on a show or anything like that. Just being you is going to be enough for them to snap you up and get you off the market ASAP.
Just listening to this, you can tell why so many women are single. And it's also because many of them carry this ridiculous mindset. They believe that simply existing is enough when they meet the right man. And to them, the right man is someone who isn't going to try and change them, won't challenge them to improve in any area of life, won't hold them accountable, and will just let them do whatever they want. They want a man who will provide, protect, and stay loyal, but they don't believe they should have to grow, compromise, or even reflect on their own behavior. They expect unconditional acceptance, but don't offer the same in return. They want all the benefits of a relationship without the responsibility that comes with it.
A huge problem in today's society is how delusional women are. All you hear all day long from women to other women is, oh, raise your standards, you deserve the world, you deserve better, don't settle for less. Not every single woman should raise their standards, actually. Too many women are delusional. They think that they deserve much more than they do. Let's start being more honest with women and stop telling every single woman to raise their standards. How about tell them to better themselves? How about tell them not to make the mistakes that they do? And you know what's so crazy about all of this is that while women are telling other women to raise their standards, they keep telling men to lower their standards. Apparently, today's society thinks that only women should have standards.
Just get what I want when I'm dating because I train men like dogs.
Obvious puns aside, let's just get into it.
There's 3 things you can do to train a man like a dog. Number 1, and the most important to me, is give him tasks to complete.
Yeah, believe it or not, there are some women out there that actually believe that men need to be trained.
Whatever problem you have, if he can fix it, he can progress with you. If he can't, or he says no, he's a little anyway, and you don't want a failure in your life.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave that one alone.
2 is positive reinforcement. Just like dogs, men need positive reinforcement to reward them.
Do you think they could dehumanize men a bit more if they tried harder?
Whatever it is that he's done, show him appreciation, thank him. You know, use your words, use a smile, like be kind, be nice. Your energy is so important, and that's what he wants to take from you, your energy.
I would like to point out that a person's energy and the words coming out of their mouth are obviously not necessarily reflections of their personality.
Number 3, have clear boundaries. If he's disrespected you, if he's not paying you attention, if he's doing things that you don't like, withdraw your attention, withdraw your time, your availability, you're gone.
On that part, we can actually agree. Clear boundaries in relationships are very important. So if anyone, whether it be a man or a woman, senses that their partner is trying to train them to try to be a certain way in a relationship, as if they were a dog, it's time to run.
Men need to be trained. Train a man like a dog. Really? Keep in mind this advice is coming from a single woman, helping other women stay single. It's the blind leading the blind at this point. Dehumanizing men, treating them like projects or pets, is not going to make them like you, Mum. In fact, it's doing the opposite. Men aren't looking for someone who sees them as something to control, correct, or dominate. They want peace, respect, and partnership, not a power struggle. And yet, here you are, pushing the idea that if he doesn't obey like a well-trained puppy, he's not worth keeping. That's not love. That's control. That's arrogance. And ironically, it's the very mindset that keeps these women single while they gather round each other online, giving each other high fives for training a man, while the men they wanted are out there building with women who actually respect them.
This obsession with wanting a boyfriend needs to end now. He should be obsessed with wanting you in his life, not the other way around. I'm not saying do not have a boyfriend, do whatever you want, but we really need to stop putting boyfriends and husbands on the same level. They are not on the same level. A husband has actually earned that intimate spot in your life through consistent action, investing in you, pursuing you. A boyfriend is still on a trial basis. He has not taken the risk that a husband takes. He has not made the commitment that a husband makes. He has not made the investment. He has not put in the time. And I don't care if he's a long-term boyfriend because he still has not put in the actual commitment that is required to be in your life in that way. Please start treating your boyfriend like a boyfriend, not a husband. They are not the same.
Do you know what's offensive? Dating apps in your 30s. Do you know what's more offensive? When the people in your life who are in relationships or married or dating look at you with pity and they say, just keep trying. Your time's coming. It'll happen when you least expect it. Just get out there and meet people. No. Have you been on Hinge lately? Have you been on Hinge in 2025? If the answer is no, you are not allowed to give me your opinion. Like, I'm 31, and this whole meeting people organically out and about thing, I just don't think it exists anymore. I don't think people communicate in person. So we've been trying the dating apps. Let's start by Hinge. Offensive. The most offensive thing is when the little prompt comes up on Hinge and it says, we think you two are the most compatible. And then you see who they're thinking you're compatible with. I'm like, that's what I'm bringing in? So it's a me issue. And then we have Tinder. Tinder is only good if you're overseas and you're in Europe. And that's really if you want to hook up with a hot European man. They are very sexy. But like in America, you're going to get kidnapped and you won't be alive if you go on Tinder. And then we have Bumble. Bumble's a lot of work. I don't like to do all the work. I feel like I have to do so much work in my real life as a girl. No, I don't want to message you. I'm sorry. And last but not least, we have this magical app called Raya, which is like very exclusive. All the people not on Raya, they want to be on Raya. Let me tell you, no, you don't. You don't want to be on Raya. They're matching you with people in Dubai, people in freaking Australia, people in Europe. No one where you live. And then if you do come across someone where you actually live and you do match with them, no one speaks. No one speaks. And if you do match with someone and you message them and they respond or vice versa, you're never going to meet up. Raya is not for that. Raya is to see what famous person you come across, see if you can match with them. Maybe you'll hook up with them and have a good story, and that's that. And welcome to dating in 2025. So if you're not on a dating app, congratulations. Life is great. Do not give me your opinion.
Well, if it's offensive to be on dating apps in your 30s, madam, then that's your fault. Your friends and the people in your life prioritized building a family, settling down, and creating something meaningful. And that's why you feel like you're behind and struggling to find your man. You didn't take relationships seriously when you had options. You thought the attention would last forever. Now, reality is hitting, and it's not cute anymore. And let's be honest, meeting organically, that used to be the norm, but a good majority of modern women have completely killed that too. How? By treating every man who tries to start a genuine conversation like a creep, by making TikToks mocking guys for just saying hi, by promoting the idea that if he doesn't come with luxury and status up front, he's not worth your time. So yeah, you can thank them for ruining that too. This is just the reality for many women who wasted their years, either chasing careers or playing the field.
Ladies, your standards aren't too high. They're completely backwards. You want a 6'2" millionaire with abs, but you bring depth and I can do no wrong attitude and a body count. Meanwhile, you're overlooking loyal, hardworking men because they don't meet your Instagram fantasy. Get it together, ladies.
I wonder if we as a society have pushed the pendulum so far that men are now just like not approaching women. I think that we've created this environment where women are so unapproachable or men are so afraid of the way that they're rejected. Because I'll be honest, women can be really harsh. Now, sometimes that's warranted, but a lot of times they're just men trying to like shoot their shot. And you don't necessarily have to be mean in your rejection, but I find that that's like the common denominator. Is men will come to try and shoot their shot, and no matter how polite they are or how respectful they are about it, women are still kind of mean. And again, I think we finally got to the point where we were so sick of the way that a lot of men decided to approach us that we just bucketed them all together and we're like, you know what? Don't even talk to me. But I feel like we've stepped too far to one side, right? Like, I get it. There's certain spaces you don't want to be approached. Like, I'm not a person that likes to be approached in the gym. And I'm not a person who likes to be approached when, like, I'm alone or, like, I'm at the gas station and it's dark. Don't approach me there. It freaks me out. But other than that, I feel like it's okay to approach other people in the right settings.
I love when y'all ask these questions. Someone asked me, what is the man getting? I'll tell you exactly what the man is getting. The man is getting the freedom to go about his day. The freedom to not have to worry about dishes, cleaning, as well as a peace of mind. But most importantly, he is getting a return on his investment. Because while he is investing into the household, I am investing in any other investments that he wants to indulge in. If he has a business idea, I now have the funds to compensate for those deals. With him paying the bills, my income becomes disposable. And if he has anything that he wants to invest in that costs monthly, I can compensate for that. I don't know about y'all, but that really sounds like the dream team.
This is insane. So a man benefits from providing by getting the freedom to go about his day, the freedom to not have to worry about dishes and cleaning, and that's supposed to be the return on his investment. Be serious. Those are all things men already do, or can do, on their own. He doesn't need to fund someone's entire lifestyle just to have a clean house or a cooked meal. That's not a benefit. That's basic survival. If that's the selling point, then what exactly is the value being offered here? Because if all a woman brings is what he can already handle himself, then what is he really gaining from the deal? Providing used to mean building a life together, emotional support, peace, femininity, respect, legacy. Now it's being reduced to, he gives money, and in return he doesn't have to vacuum. That's a scam, not a relationship.